Right, welcome back to Royals Capital. I trade smart zones and real setup with actually daily market recap on gold. So, let's dive into the charts. So, just like we usually do, before we move on to what we are seeing in the market, we would actually more like talk a little bit about what the market has done and what we reasonably should expect this coming week. So at the end of each week, let me just go back to daily. I think my last recap was on this, bearish candle right here. Was on this bearish candle right here. Yeah, I'm not wrong about it. Where we have pump up and it comes down. That was on Thursday, and then we have a rejection. And then immediately after the rejection, we have a new level here. And I think from my last video, our zones were here and here, but unfortunately it never did come back to that zone. It just tested this new level that was created and then blast through the point of interest, which is our POI here. Now we blasted through it and we're having some kind of rejection. So I think we are still going to come back down. Maybe take out this low right here, then have some form of reversal around this level. Yeah, that's what I think will happen. But we've taken out our daily POI clearly. We marked this out early last week, but it has been taken out clearly. So now let's go back to the weekly and zoom in. What are we seeing on the weekly right now? So now clearly everything is clear right now. The weekly bearish storyline has started. Why did I say the weekly bearish storyline has started? We already have a break of structure right on the weekly here and here. Are you guys seeing? We have a break of structure here and here. So this is a new week. So all these levels from last week, I'm going to take it out and we'll start with a new fresh zone. So we'll break structure here and we'll also break here. So now what should we expect for the coming week? Normally if we want to sell, we actually want to sell in when the market retraces up. But from seeing last few weeks, we mostly used to see candles with bigger bodies and smaller wicks. So we're marking out our zones for where we expect price to go back to. It's actually good to take cognizance of how the market usually wicks, or should I say average true range. I'm not really sure, but it's usually good to take cognizance of that. Am I in a level? Is the market in a price action where we are constantly having longer wicks than body, or bigger bodies and smaller wicks? We should take into cognizance of that. Look at for the last last 3 weeks. That's throughout that for the last 3 weeks, other than this candle here, is more of body and smaller wicks, body and smaller wicks, body and smaller wicks. So why I'm explaining this is when marking out this level, yes, I can mark out this open close right here, but the chances of price action to trade into those levels is very low, like very low. Are you following me? And sorry, I forgot to choose. We are supposed to start from monthly because from next week we should be in a new month. Yeah, from next week we should be in a new month. So this is what we have on for this month here. This is what we have for the month. This month right here. We have a doji candle and then followed by an inverted hammer. That's what we call this inverted hammer. And you usually see this at the top of an uptrend, which shows a reversal pattern. This is a reversal pattern. So gold is actually about to turn bearish on the monthly. Are you guys following me? It's actually about to turn bearish on the monthly. Even though yeah, it's normal. It normally used to have this mild retracement. But last month we have this indecision candle right here. Now this month market opened right here, goes up, and then it rejects. Meaning we respected this level right here. This level was respected. So I'm going to mark my level out like this. This monthly level was respected. This is monthly. And what do? We closed below it. So I'm going to go one time frame lower. That is this based on storyline, please. We are starting a bearish storyline. So I'm going to go one time frame lower, which is weekly, and check whether weekly broke structure or not. So where? Boom, boom. Weekly has broken structure here and it has broken structure here. So I'll go back to my monthly and I'll mark my levels. What other level do I see on monthly? None. Are you guys following me? I didn't see any level on the monthly time frame. So I'll go down to the weekly now. Now this setup we are seeing is based on weekly. So these those kind of setups where we get 1 to 20, 1 to 30. And it's actually a good way to break through from our accounts. So can you see what this level explains all what I was trying to say here about the average true range, the body and the wicks and stuff. This level explained it. Why did I say that? We can mark out this level here. We can mark this out and we can also mark this out. So I can actually refine this level into this level. Refine it to weekly and then this to weekly. So why I was explaining that is, yes, before we enter the market we will need to see a fair share of retracements before we enter the market. But the thing is, what is the probability of the market coming as up as this level? Yeah, the probability is very very low. Why? Because checking the previous candles, it's actually have very little wick. Look at this, very little. This has no wick. No, it has no wick on it. This has very little wick also. This has no wick, very little, no wick. Then this has more. So checking for the last 3 months and three yeah for the last 2 months, sorry, the candles usually used to have smaller wicks and more bodies. So the chances of us seeing markets open here, trade back up here, and then rejects is actually very very low, like very 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 low. So I went to the monthly and this was our monthly time frame. This was our monthly level that I marked out. So And the higher the time frame, the levels that's the higher the, I don't know how I'm going to put it. This level is on the monthly, so this level has a very high probability of holding price, or is a very strong resistance. So even if we see price weak above it, it should weak to this monthly level again, then falls. So this monthly level here actually kind of give me the conviction that okay, if the next candle opens, at least we should weak into these levels and then we should reject. Maybe we open on Monday, maybe we'll see a move Monday, Tuesday up, or only Monday up, and then Tuesday, kind of rejection or consolidation, and then Wednesday we start falling back down. Or it can still, open, goes back, and the week we close bullish around this level here, and the following week we fall hard. Any one of these is highly possible. So we just need to, trade what we see. So I'm just giving a recap of what I think will transpire next week. So this is what we have on, what do we call it, weekly. We are focusing on these two levels here. Let's go down to the daily and refine one more time. And that's all. So here I am on the daily time frame. This is the weekly level here. Refine to this open close here. Okay. This is the this is the monthly level. This is the weekly level. I can refine this level to this open close here. Can you see the way price respected it here? Used as support here, used as support here, used as support here, used as support one more time. It was used as support 4 times, and then price finally broke through it. As it breaks through it, as it breaks through it, you should reasonably expect it to come back here and be used as what? Resistance for price to go down. Combining this with ICT, we have a bearish order block right here, or I'll call this a breaker. Yeah, I'll call this a breaker. This is the last bullish candle before the upward movement to take out liquidity and stuff, and then it goes down. If we go down to the lower time frame, we should be able to see that this is the liquidity that was taken out here. We took out this liquidity, and then we have the instant rejection and all that. Are you guys following me? So now let's refine a little bit further, because this is higher time frame. So a little bit of fluctuation is actually a huge price move on the lower time frame. So now if I'm going to refine this, the only refinement I can do is down here for me to reasonably expect price to come down there. So I'll put daily. I'm going to take this level out. It's actually too far away from price action, so I'm going to take it out. So this is our three zones that we are going to be focusing on coming on Monday on gold. These three zones, and this is a kind of price move, like I tell you, where we are going to target almost 200 pips and above, because this is solely based on the monthly. And if we are lucky enough, I'm more like a long-term trader. If we are lucky enough and we get a very nice entry around here, uh, um that's like early first week of the month, we get an entry around here, you can actually hold our position to I'm coming. This low here, that's 3114. You can actually hold it to that low there. Expect that low to be taken out. So coming back to the 4 hour, yeah, coming back to the daily, you can actually hold it to 3114. That's somewhere. This is the low I'm talking about. Might be taken out, and we have a fair value gap right around there. So this low might actually be taken out. You can actually hold it to this level here, 3084, and it's going to be a very nice move where if our analysis is right, we'll just keep adding more position as we see little bit of retracement. We'll keep adding more position and adding more position. That's what we're going to do. So that's for good for now. All we need to do is to wait till tomorrow and see what Monday will do. So if Monday goes well, we should see what we analyze here to transpire. Sorry, network is actually a bit slow, something is wrong, but I think that's all for now. So find this video helpful. If you find it helpful to your trading journey, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more sessions. Like, subscribe, and comment. You know, if you want me to add, more PS, you can actually write down in the comment section, and I'm going to work on that. So I wish you a happy weekend and happy trading. So until we meet next, stay safe.